I'm going to play this clip for you guys, and then I'll be back with my commentary. Brace yourselves.
Police chief announcing that with great sadness, the body of Talon Mosley has been found, that 2-year-old boy who was missing for some time. His father now is being charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. Let's listen to the chief announce this very, very sad news in this brief press conference that was held just moments ago.
With great sadness, I have to inform you here today that Talon's body has been found. It is my condolences going out to the family and to his loved ones. We are sorry that it had to end this way. Through investigative technique, we were able to find an area around Delholme Park that led the investigators to that area. The detectives had been there all afternoon, and while they were there, they were spotted an alligator with an object in his mouth. As the detectives got closer, they fired 1 round to the alligator. The alligator dropped the object that he had in his mouth, and we were able to retrieve Talon's body intact. The father, Thomas Mosley, is now being charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. I can tell you now that Talon's mom, Miss Jeffries, her body was stabbed multiple times.
God.
Until the medical examiner has a chance to look at Talon's body, we cannot tell you the cause of death. I would like to thank all the law enforcement agencies that assisted us today, or since Wednesday, and a special thanks to our detectives here at St. Pete Police Department. These men and women have worked tirelessly since Wednesday at 2:30, trying to find Talon for a better outcome. But again, that didn't happen. Needless to say, tomorrow we don't need the volunteers to come out to assist us in looking for Talon, but I just want to again thank everybody for volunteering to come out to help us. With that, remember this is an ongoing investigation, so I will try to answer some of your questions.
Chief, after almost 2 days of looking for little Talon, I know you've had so many crews on the ground searching, brought in, all hands on deck, like you said.
Sad, gruesome story there out of St. Petersburg, Florida. I want to put up the photo of 2-year-old Talon Mosley, his body found today, that police put on their Twitter account here. There he is. So that missing 2-year-old...
I'm going to pause it here. Yeah. Well, you guys seen that clip of the police officer reporting the death of this baby, Talon Mosley, was found in Florida, was found in the alligator's mouth. The father killed the mother, stabbed the mother to death. Because I was reading the blogs, and at first they was like, well, where, because everybody didn't have the whole story at first, and they was like, well, how did the baby wind up in the alligator's mouth, which is a fair question, because people didn't have the whole story, but come to find out the father, as like they said, killed the mother, stabbed the mother multiple times, and then he must have threw the baby in the river, and the alligator got it. This is heartbreaking, guys. This breaks your heart. I don't understand. I don't get it. I mean, I'm 55 years old, and there's still a lot of things. I know that we're in our last days. I get it. But this breaks your heart. The precious little boy. How can you look in that baby's eyes and just think you want to get rid of that baby? I don't understand it. If you arguing with the mother, I don't know what was going on between him and the mother of the child, but he didn't have to kill her. He didn't have to kill that baby. It seems like to me it could have been resolved some kind of way without having to take her and the baby's life. He didn't have to kill this baby. This baby, a 2-year-old baby, his baby is innocent. He didn't have to take that baby out. he didn't have to do this. And I'm so glad that they found him. But I really did not want to do this. But like I said, I want to bring awareness to the black femicide rate that's going on in this country. It is at an all-time high. It's very alarming. Black women are being killed at the rate of every 5 hours. And I feel like as a content creator, it's my responsibility to shed light on these types of things. And I really didn't want to do it, but I didn't really want to talk about it because it's so heartbreaking. It's so heartbreaking. I know the family, and my heart and prayers go out to the family because I know they just probably tore up. Just imagine what her mother and even his mother is going through. The father and the family members is going through at these two losses here. I can't even begin to imagine what they're going through. That precious little baby. How can they do that? I just don't understand it. And then when you tell black men that they need to get therapy and they need to get help, they get mad. Like I did the video about the young lady on here. She was a therapist and she came on TikTok and was talking about how black men needed help, and she got fired. And I did the video saying that she's telling the truth. And then the black men were bashing her and stuff. They get mad when we tell them that they need help. They need to get help. They get mad. They get mad at cop attitude, start lashing out, and bashing and all that stuff. But there is a lot of black men out here that need help. They really do. Because this ridiculous. This is ridiculous. It's terrible. The black femicide rate is at an all-time high. News outlets are not talking about it because, as usual, they don't care about what happens to black women. And it's happening. I would have to devote a whole another channel to just the black femicide. It's just that much. It's a lot. It's a lot of it. And there are some channels on here where they keep up with all the stories and everything. And I have so many other topics that that I like to cover, and so I don't get a chance to really shed a light on all of the stories that I hear. There's more. Black women are being killed every 5 hours. So yeah. So I would have to devote, if I wanted to, you know, talk about most of the other cases, I would have to devote a whole another channel to it, because this is, which I was actually thinking about doing, but it's it's emotionally draining. But I have to do, I have to come on here and do some of these stories because I feel like as a content creator, that is my responsibility, and to shed light on these things. This is a tragedy that's happening in the black community, and we as content creators, black content creators especially, need to definitely bring awareness and shed light, because that's the only way it's gonna get some attention. That's the only way that it's gonna get out there. The black femicide rate is gonna be talked about and discussed is on YouTube. You know, See, I ain't got time to come on here and gossip all the time. I ain't got time to come on here and bash or whatever it is these other black content creators be doing, bashing folks, so they can make money and all this kind of stuff. I'm not just doing YouTube for the money. If it was about the money, I would have quit a long time ago because I'm not making none as of yet to date. Um, Well, I made a little bit, but that was a long time ago. That was before they changed the monetization rules. They gave me a little, they threw me a little bone, but It wasn't that much of nothing. I think it was like $145 I got. I did a video on here talking about it, but that was 2 or 3 years ago. It was a while back ago. That was before they changed the monetization rules, and so they threw me a little bone. But I'm not on here. If I make some money at some point, that would be great. But I'm not on here for money, like that. Well, I want to make money, but you know, you know what I'm saying. Um, there's a lot of important issues that going on in the black community and the world that I like to address. And that black femicide rate is definitely something that I want to bring awareness to. Cases like this, other horrific cases, because, yeah, otherwise it ain't going to get as much press. But the one thing about this case, I was very impressed about the fact that he said that people came out, people really showed up to search for the baby. And I was really impressed by that. I really, really, yeah, I really appreciate people for doing that. I really commend people. He was talking about a lot of people who was volunteers was showing up to look for this precious little baby. So that was wonderful. I think that was wonderful how people did that. So I mean, there's still some kind people in the world and caring people in the world. Thank God. Um, but yeah, let me know if you heard this story. But this is terrible, guys. This just break my heart. This precious little baby. This precious little baby. It just breaks my heart. And the mother, he killed the mother. I don't understand it. And I think social media does play a big role. Social media plays a huge role in the black femicide rate increasing because of all this bashing. Roadrunner 89. He's a white gentleman on here. That he's married to a black woman, and I put I gave him a little shout out on here that he talks about interracial relationship, and he's got a petition going right now of putting an end to the black women bashing on YouTube. Those petitions usually don't go very far. I've seen those go up before, and they typically don't go very far. But yeah, um, Roadrunner 89, that's his channel. But yeah, they're gonna have a petition going up um to end the bat, because I think that's contributing. That's a contributing factor to the black femicide rate. I really do. Social media has more power than what we think it does. Social media carries a lot of power. It's a lot of power that social media, especially a huge platform like YouTube. YouTube is a huge platform, and lots of people watch YouTube. Millions and trillions of people watch YouTube. So you know, it carries a lot of weight, and I do think that social media does play a factor with all this hatred, this campaign of hatred that's on YouTube directed towards black women. I believe it has a huge impact. I believe that's a huge part of it. I really do believe that, because the black femicide rate done went up. It done went up. And I believe that social media plays a large role in it. So yeah, that's a great petition, and I'm gonna get on there and sign it. But I don't think it's gonna carry much weight, because YouTube really, at the end of the day, does not care about. I really don't think YouTube cares about black people. I really think all they care about is profits. You know, um, I, you know, so but I really, I think that's a wonderful thing that they got that going on. So let me know if you heard this story about this poor baby, this precious little baby and his mother. It's just heartbreaking. Um, hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. Prayers and condolences going up to his family and his loved ones, their loved ones. Hit that subscribe, like, and share. Until the next video, you guys stay safe and be blessed.